On Sundays after a late night perhaps, but not on Monday. Never on a weekday when chores and obligations called. The livestock needed tending. Breakfast needed preparing. Bread needed baking. Yet nothing stirred. A few women passing by on their errands glanced at the drawn shades. Some commented under their breath that the Moors must still be sleeping. Others noted the unusual quiet but dismissed it with a shrug. People minded their own business. If the Moors wanted a late morning, that was their choice. Still, a seed of unease began to take root in the minds of several neighbors as the hours stretched. By 8 a.m., questions were circulating. By 9 a.m., worry overshadowed politeness. By 10 a.m., the silence had become something else entirely. A presence unto itself, something pressing inward and outward at the same time, urging someone to act. It was well past 10 when a neighbor approached the porch, heart thudding with an instinctive dread she could not articulate. The front door was locked. Knocking yielded nothing but oppressive quiet. She peered through the windows, pressing her hands around her face to block the glare. The interior seemed dim, deserted, eerie. She stepped back, uncertainty clawing at her. Within minutes, others gathered, curiosity blending with concern bleeding into fear. Someone suggested checking on the family. Another offered to fetch Josiah's brother. Another wondered aloud if something terrible had happened. The house seemed to listen to their mounting anxiety, absorbing it into its boards like moisture into wood. When help arrived, the decision was made quickly. The presence of danger could no longer be ignored. A man stepped inside through a rear door that was usually left unlatched. He took one step into the dim kitchen, then another. The air was stale, thick, unmoving. A smell, faint but unmistakable, hung in the space. He approached the parlor and froze, breath-catching. The first sight was enough. Fear exploded outward, swelling through the house, seeping through the open doorway, spreading across the lawn like an invisible mist. People recoiled as the news moved through them in gasps and whispered fragments. Someone ran for the marshal. Someone else collapsed to their knees. Others stood numb, as though the world had shifted in a way the mind could not process. The house, once breached, no longer hid its horror. It emanated it. Investigators arrived swiftly, but even they hesitated at the threshold. They stepped forward with caution, bracing themselves for what lay inside. The parlor bore the still forms of the two young visitors. The sight was devastating. 2 lives extinguished before their futures had properly begun.